Hey guys, this tutorial is to show you on how to set up an FTP user account to access your server. So we're going to log into our server, SSH demo at our thing, enter the password. Having a hard time typing. There we go. Alright, so first things first, we're going to check to see if we have all the packages. Again, if you've been following along, you don't need to keep doing this. But in case you haven't, let's do it anyways. Okay, so we're going to install vsftpd. So sudo apt-get install vsftpd. And we're just going to copy the original configuration file. That's just in case we change something and we mess it up. It's always good to have backup. But I don't need to tell you guys that. You should already know that. Okay, so now we're going to play with our firewall settings. So sudo ufw status. So we've already configured the Apache and OpenSSH to be accepted from the for the firewall, but now we're going to add a couple more ports to accept. So sudo ufw allow 20 TCP, sudo ufw allow 21 TCP, sudo ufw allow 990 TCP, sudo ufw allow 40,000, 50,000 TCP, and check the status of it all. Alright, so we're good to go. And now we're going to add a directory for our user. We don't actually need to add a new user because we did create it in a previous tutorial. We're just going to make the directory. So sudo make directory home demo FTP. Now we're going to say that nobody owns the group, so we're changing permissions. So nobody, no group, home demo FTP, and change permissions again. chmod aw home demo FTP. All right, and now we can check our permissions. ls-la home demo FTP. So you can see these are actually permission. This tells you about the permissions of a file. If you want to learn more about that, it's actually pretty interesting. It's kind of cool what each section means. And so that looks right. So nobody in demo has permissions. We're going to add another directory. So make directory home demo FTP files sudo ch own demo. We're specifying demo, whereas in a previous one we used the user to allow us to set it. We could do that as well, but that's okay. We'll be specific in what we want permissions to be. All right, and we can check again if the permissions have changed. So now we added an additional permission, and that's giving this user demo access to a directory called files. And so now we're going to add a test file. So this I'm actually just going to copy it. So all we're doing is we're echoing values into this file, and then we're creating a file called test.txt. So let's try this again. So we're going to go up and change this to demo. Now that should work. There we go. All right. So now we're going to change the access. So that file that we copied earlier, that we preserve the original, we're going to edit it. vsftpd.conf. Okay, and this one we're going to be searching for specific things. So we're going to do where is, so control W, anon. Why am I not able to find? Oh, well, it's right in front of me anyways. So this should be set to no, that's fine. And now we're going to search for local enable, which is here, and that's yes, and that's good. So now we need to look for write enable, which is here, and it's commented, so that we actually want to remove the comment so we can enable it. And then we have to look for chroot. Nope, no, we look again. chroot local. There we go. So it's commented. So you want to uncomment it and set yes. And now we're going to add these values to it as well. So I'm going to go to the end of the file and press enter. I'm just going to paste it in here. There we go, and now we can close it and save it. So we're gonna do this. And now we'll see if it actually added us to the user list, which it did. So it added Sammy and added demo. It added Sammy because we typed Sammy. That's fine. So now we're going to restart our server again. Sudo systemctl restart vsftpd. Good. All right. So we're going to try and connect to our FTP. Going here, and our directory, our IP address is this. So paste it. Okay, so we're connected, which is good. So the name, let's pick random123. So it failed because we don't have a user called random. So type bye to exit. So we're going to do it again. So connect the FTP, and now we're going to try demo. It's asking us for the password. So if I did 123, so with the password, it failed. So let's do bye again. And now one more time, let's do the correct password. There we go, so we've logged in. And now we're gonna close it. Alright, now that we've seen that we can access the FTP by command line, we're gonna modify that files directory that we got. So we're gonna log into the FTP, and copy the address. Oops. Okay, so the name is demo, and set the password. Okay, so now we're going to type cd files, so we want to get into the files directory, and we want to get that test text. Alright, so now that we've gotten the file, we're going to copy the file and make a new one. So put test.text, upload.text, and we can close it. Alright, now we're good. So now what I want to do is open up WinSCP, and I want to prove that it's going to work through that as well. So we're going to create a new site, and use the IP address here. Make sure you're selecting SFTP. The host name is the IP address, port number is 22. Username is going to be demo, or whatever you used. And your password, I'm not going to tell you that one. Save. I'm going to save the password. Obviously don't do that, but for me it's just easier for right now. So I'm going to log in. And we're good. Usually what would happen is it would ask you to verify your user having logged in. I did do it once before, so it didn't show that message. Alright, so now we go FTP, files, and we have two files here. You'll see that the owner of one is root, which is the original test, because we use a sudo command to create it, and the owner of the upload.txt is demo. So this we can actually edit and change it to something here. Save it, close it. And if we were to edit it again, it's saved. If we want to take this and move it into FTP, it won't let us do it, which that's fine, because we only want to be able to upload things into there. However, if we want to actually upload something to the files directory, let's say I'm going to grab something from here, I throw this into there, and it works. And I should be able to edit it, no problem. Alright, so we can close it and delete it, and we're having no issues. So our FTP is now configured. Alright, so now that we know that it's configured, we're gonna make it even more secure with the SSH connection. So we're gonna disconnect, and we're gonna close this for now, and we're gonna go back to our tutorial and open up our command. So we're gonna do sudo actually, this is gonna be a lot quicker if I just copy it. I'd recommend you guys copy it as well. You don't need to change any of the commands in here, so just copy it and paste it. So it's going to ask for the password again, and it created it. So country name, for me it's going to be CA, province would be, doesn't matter, I'm just going to do enter for these. Enter. Good, so we're set up. If ever you want to change the fields again, because you typed it incorrectly like I kind of did, just copy it again and it's going to ask it again. So QC, enter, and then we're good to go. So let's go down here. Now we're going to edit the vsftpd file again. So sudo nano etc vsftpd.config. And this we want to look for RSA cert. Let's find it. Okay, and we want to comment them. So comment means you put a number, pound, or hashtag in front of it, and you do it for the one underneath it as well. And now we want to add these lines here. Okay. Oops. I'm going to enter this. Paste it. There we go. And I'm going to set SS. Actually, I'm going to change the order of this one. SSL to enable it to yes. Before it was set to no. And then we're going to add these lines as well to the bottom of the file. So put it underneath the stuff we added earlier. There we go. I like to separate them with spaces so I see what's going on. So save it, close it, and we're going to restart as usual. Sudo systemctl restart vsftpd, and we're good to go. So now, if we're going to be testing it, I'm going to open up WinSCP again. And we're going to change our protocol. So we're going to edit this and change it to FTP. The encryption is going to be SSL explicit encryption. I don't believe we changed it to anything. Let me double check here. No, we didn't change the port number. So we'll leave it to that. The demo, that's fine. The password's still going to be fine. I'm going to save it, and I should be able to log in. So because it's not known, it's asking for your information. When I entered in my information here, you can see that I didn't actually set anything. So it basically used the default information, which was Internet Widgets Party Limited. The country was Canada, and the state was QC, which you see here. So Internet Widgets, QC, Canada, and then it's giving you a summary. So we're going to click yes. And I can't change directory. That's okay. All right. And now we're connected. So basically, this user can only see files that are in the files directory. All right. So if you want access to the entire root, because right now we only have access to this files directory, which is the home directory of the demo, we need to go back in and edit one of the files that we were playing with. So I believe it was nano. cd sudo nano. Where is it? There we go. And set the password. And I'm going to look for chroot local. So I want to set this to no. And we're going to save it. And actually, before I do, I want to show you guys, if you actually read the text before here, it actually explains how things work. So here it says, you may restrict local users to their home directories. So we don't want to do that. So we're just going to save. Yes. Enter. And now if we were to reset the server, so I'll grab this here, paste it. I should get a disconnect message. All right, so we're reconnecting. We're failing to change. So if I were to go here and I refresh it, there we go. We see everything. So what we were actually stuck in before was the home directory of the demo, the FTP, and the files. Now you have access to everything. And in the future, if you're going to want to play with your files, you're actually going to be playing in the var folder. So the var www. And the previous examples, we worked with one more year and the test. Here to open it up, you'd see the index we made. So if we edited it, that's exactly what we wrote. So I hope this was useful in setting up your FTP account.